the Redskins let Pierre Garçon walk away via free agency after the 2016 season, and the numbers show their offense has not been the same. In his last season in Washington, which also featured DeSean Jackson and Kirk Cousins at quarterback, the Redskins ranked third overall in offensive production. In 2017, without Garçon or Jackson but still with Cousins, Washington's yardage total slipped to 16th in the NFL. This year, without Cousins, Jackson or Garçon and besieged by injuries particularly at the QB spot, the Redskins ranked 28th in the league in offensive yards. That precipitous fall is not directly attributable to losing Garçon, but the Redskins did not get strong production from the WR position in 2018. Josh Doctson led the team with 44 catches for 532 yards and 2 touchdowns in 15 games. Now, NFL Network's Mike Garafolo has reported that Garçon will be back on the free agent market. After the 49ers did not pick up his contract option for 2019, playing the last 2 seasons in San Francisco, Garçon's numbers never hit the same level as his production in Washington. He played just 16 games the last 2 seasons, dealing with injuries, and was also forced to play with a number of different quarterbacks, many of which were backup level. In 2 seasons with the Niners, he caught 64 passes for 786 yards and 1 touchdown. When San Francisco signed Garçon 2 years ago, they gave him a 5-year, $47.5 million contract with $20 million in guaranteed money. That was a lot for a 30-year-old wideout with 2 career 1,000-yard seasons out of 9 years in the NFL. Kyle Shanahan explained that the Niners wanted Garçon for his ability on the field, but also for his tenacious attitude and dog mentality. Garçon is the type of player that will demand others work hard or challenge them, and he expects maximum effort and execution at all times. Working to rebuild the 49ers, Shanahan said his team paid up for that, as much as for Garçon's on-field ability. Well, the Redskins could use some of that. The team could possibly lose Jamison Crowder to free agency, but 2018 free agent addition Paul Richardson should be back healthy for Washington this fall along with Doctson. If healthy, Trey Quinn could slide into Crowder's role if he leaves as a free agent. Regardless, the Redskins' receiver room does not have a player with the dog-type mentality of Garçon among their current group. Like anything in life, price will be the determining factor in a return to Washington for Garçon. The free agent market will likely look very different for the 32-year-old than it did when Shanahan had just taken over in San Francisco 2 years ago and his team was flush with cap space and needed veteran leaders. Remember too, in Garçon's final year in Washington, the fiery wideout had requested a trade early in the 2016 season. Reports also showed that the organization made very little effort to bring him back once his contract expired. So, does a reunion really make sense? Probably not. Garçon will turn 33 in August, and could likely want to go to a situation with a settled QB1 in place. The Redskins can't offer that. What they can offer is an offensive system that Garçon succeeded in, but don't expect Washington to lay out a bunch of cash for his return. With Alex Smith's $20 million salary counting against the cap, the Skins will be strapped for extra money to bring in luxury items. The team will need to plug a number of holes, like safety, cornerback, edge rusher and guard, and all of those probably can't come via the NFL draft. It doesn't seem likely for Garçon to come back to the burgundy and gold. That doesn't mean it won't happen, but it would take the organization warming back up to the passionate wideout and the wideout likely taking a bargain offer from the organization. Don't bet on either. More Redskins news. New York, Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reid have settled collusion lawsuits against the NFL. In a 3-sentence statement released Friday, the NFL said, for the past several months, counsel for Mr. Kaepernick and Mr. Reid have engaged in an ongoing dialogue with representatives of the NFL. As a result of those discussions, the parties have decided to resolve the pending grievances. The resolution of this matter is subject to a confidentiality agreement, so there will be no further comment by any party. Kaepernick's lawyer tweeted an identical statement. pic.twitter.com/5sbcgsiv. Mark Garagos, @MarkGaragos. February 15, 2019. Kaepernick and Reed filed collusion grievances against the league, saying they were blacklisted because of protests during the national anthem at games. Kaepernick has not played in the league since 2016, while Reed missed 3 games last season before signing with Carolina. More Redskins news. Every summer, football fans get entertained by Hard Knocks. The specific team doesn't matter. The access brings fans inside an NFL training camp in a way that only players and coaches get to experience. For the teams, most bristle at the possibility of going on the show. There are plenty of reasons. Coaches are more secretive than CIA employees, but even more than going on Hard Knocks means the team missed the playoffs the year before but did not have a coaching change. Well, the Redskins fit that criteria. So could the Burgundy and Gold land on the HBO show this August? The odds makers have weighed in. Team odds to be featured in the 2019 edition of Hard Knocks: Bovada, Raiders even Lions 175, Redskins 300, Giants 60,000, 49ers 600. pic.twitter.com/MFS2D4B2NR. Oddshark, @Oddshark. February 12, 2019. It makes sense that the Raiders would be the favorite for Hard Knocks. Their coach, John Gruden, is probably one of the most recognizable faces and names in the NFL. They'll have plenty of drama, both on the field as Gruden looks to rebuild the organization, and off, as the team is in turmoil about where to play games in 2019 before a planned move to Las Vegas in 2020. They even have Mike Mayock, the former NFL Network star turned Oakland GM. Nobody wants to watch the Lions. Be honest, then come the Redskins. Word is the front office wants to avoid the show, and the team lacks the star power of other organizations. But it could be fun. Jim Tomsula mic'd up. Jay Gruden has a great sense of humor. Josh Norman and Darius Geis would be fan favorites, and the HBO producers excel at creating characters out of rookies and undrafted types. There could be a rookie QB. The Giants and Niners also present compelling stories. New York has major star power in Odell Beckham and Saquon Barkley. San Francisco has Jimmy Garoppolo working back from an injury and a staff that might be soon feeling the heat after 2 years missing the playoffs. Looking at the options, the Raiders make sense being the favorite, but don't count the Redskins out either. Hard Knocks will be here soon, and a Gruden seems likely to be on it. More Redskins news.